Be careful, that's my brand.
Gary, you haven't come today.
Okay, we'd like to call our commission meeting to order. It is 11:30 a.m. We appreciate everybody being here. We will have our invocation given by Commissioner Perry.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we come before this time grateful for the many blessings that we're so richly blessed with. We're grateful to live here in Box Elder County and in the state of Utah, here in the United States of America. And we're grateful for those who serve us and protect us, and ask you to please bless and watch over them and let them know how much we appreciate their service to us and the things that they do to keep us safe. And we pray that thou will bless those who are in special need of blessings at this time, who are sick or afflicted, that they'll have thy spirit to buoy them up and to help them at this time of need in their life. We ask a blessing that thou will be with us, and the Spirit will guide and direct us in the service that we're providing at this time, and continue to bless and watch over those who are out serving in the community, that they'll be blessed and know that they can be protected in the things that they're doing. We ask again for thy guidance and direction in all things, and say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. We will have Shirley Larson give us, or lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Join me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Perry and Shirley, for those two things. I need approval of the minutes from the January 14th, 2026.
There are no minutes for that meeting. We will do it next meeting.
Okay, we will move that to the next meeting. Okay, under number 3, administrative review, reports, and future agenda items. Commissioner Perry.
Yeah, Commissioners, I'd like to make a motion just to change the meeting for February 11th and move it up a half an hour. So instead of starting at 5 o'clock, we would start at 4:30, have our administrative meeting at 4:15.
Is that a motion?
Yeah.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Thank you very much. Anything else, Commissioner Perry?
Nope.
Commissioner Bingham?
Nope.
Okay, very good. Former agenda items? Seeing none. Emergency management issues?
I will throw one thing out just during this emergency management, and we'll talk a little bit more during ARPA and LATCF, but during emergency management, one things that I've been made aware of is the legislative sessions in session here, and we've been talking about it, and it's obviously the people in the county are aware. There's an issue where some of the entities are choosing to switch dispatch centers to Ogden-Weber. At this point, our county has chosen to stay, the county itself has chosen to stay with the dispatch center. We're working with the other entities to bolster that dispatch center and keep it here. But the one discovery that I've been made aware of in this last week is if our Box Elder Dispatch 911 Center were to shut down, if we were to allow it to shut down, we would never be allowed to open a dispatch center in Box Elder County again under state law. So if we were to lose that center, if that center was to quit existing, you would never be able to have a 911 center. We would be giving up all of our authority to other counties to operate 911 for us moving forward. So that's just something that is in state statute that I was made aware of down at the legislative session this last week. So just for information.
That's good information. Thank you.
What are you?
I just want to share it with you. Just share it with you under emergency
We're
management.
not moving the agenda, sorry.
No,
Oh.
you don't have it.
You don't have it up there. There you go.
There you go.
Hey, sorry, we
This
changed.
is a new system,
We're- We're a little confused.
That's right.
Apologize. Thank you, Chrissy.
Keep going.
Deanna, thank you.
Keep going.
There we go.
Okay, very good.
Got it. Golly, this is getting new. We got to really figure this thing out. Okay.
All right. It's kind of interesting what happens when we change spots. It takes a few
Yes.
minutes to kind of get
Remind me to
acclimated
push
as
the
what we should be
buttons.
doing.
Yeah.
So thank you. ARPA and LATCF,
Yeah, I've got a motion.
Charlene, and do we need one?
We can have a discussion.
Someone from the sheriff's department.
Okay, we'll have our sheriff and our chief deputy come up too.
I was gonna make you aware of where the balance currently is. We have a balance at the end of 2025 of $682,677.98. Which is probably helpful as you make your decision.
Thank you. You want to explain what we're,
Cade Palmer, Chief Deputy Sheriff. Because of the changes that our neighboring agencies have made to switching dispatch centers, it's also, they have gone to encrypted radio channels. At the Sheriff's Office, our radios currently, we're not capable of doing encryption. There's a cost associated with making them compatible to do that. So I'm coming and asking for approximately $18,000 to upfit our radios so that they can do the encrypted channels. The reason for that is without encryption, our deputies, our law enforcement on the Sheriff's Office side is unable to communicate with Brigham, Tremont Garland, and Perry once they make the switch. So that's not safe for anybody when our deputies can't communicate with our neighboring agencies. So we found that as a necessity to make this change.
just to make sure, this is to, if I remember right, it's 33 handheld radios that we're going to encrypt at this point. It will not be any of the in-car radios initially, is that correct?
We were future-proofed on our in-car radios, so we have been able to make that update without additional cost. But the handheld radios that the deputies carry needed an update that costs approximately $500 per radio.
Right.
And this is the initial 33 radios just to make sure that we have our communication capabilities as quickly as possible for our patrol and detectives divisions. Likely there will be up to 60 more radios that will need to address this problem in the near future.
Okay. So I'd make a motion that we approve $18,000 expenditure out of LATCF in order for us to get these handheld radios for the sheriff's office taken care of and paid for, to get them updated, to keep our citizens safe.
Second?
We have a motion from Commissioner Perry and a second from Commissioner Bingham. If there's no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. So we have our Employee of the Month, Carson Reiser from the landfill. We just really appreciate Carson. He's a hard worker. He's second in command out at the landfill, and I'm sorry he's not here. I've sent him a message, and I haven't seen anything back from him. And out there, it's kind of hard to get phones to work. So, but Carson has really stepped up. He's a hard worker. He's a good leader. The folks he works with, I really enjoy working with him, and he's a good example of hard work and caring for our citizens and for our county. And so we've selected him as the Employee of the Month, and we will present that to him at a later date. So,
Or if he shows up later today.
or if he shows up later today. Okay. 8 commissioners. 8A, requesting a fee waiver for Fine Arts Building and the fairgrounds to hold a conservation fair on April 2nd, 2026 by Ben Law. Come on up, Ben.
I'm not sure if I filled this form out right, but we'll get that taken care of.
We can give you some guidance if need be.
If you want to sit down right there.
Sit
and
down
tell-
there and just take it easy.
So this is just for the conservation fair. It would include the 2 conservation districts of northern Utah and West Box. I've got a rough draft of the agenda there for the day. It would start with the local work group discussion to just go over and talk about different things that are facing the ag producers and what they can do to kind of a voice for them, help with grants, what NRCS can do to create their SFPs that they got going. So it's just kind of an informative time to gather information that way. A couple different speakers that I've got already set up through the day, and then we'll end up having dinner at night and highlighting the conservation districts and what they've done through the day.
So these people coming, do they being charged a fee or anything, or?
No, it'd be no fee. So I guess basically what I'm coming today is asking for the use of the building, the fee being waived in sense of a sponsorship. And I guess it's been done in years past. The food that'll be served there and different things come from sponsors that have agreed to pay. You're looking at local sponsors like your ag type of people.
But you guys will clean up and stuff like that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
So the CRM group is what, they call it the Coordinated Resource Management Group. So they are working on water improvements, fencing, grazing improvements. We went out there, well, I'm sure you were there at the same time, Ben, when we went out to Stanrod and Yost and saw how they had taken the trees out. Those juniper trees that take so much water out of the ground.
Right.
And how the grass had then come up, and they were looking at those kind of projects, and also water improvement projects and all of those kind of things. They do a good job. They meet every month. This is one where they'll meet together, chat about the issues that are going on.
Yeah, kind of goes along with our local work group to just have a bunch of different entities and
Sounds like it's good for our ag folks and helping them, and I think
Right.
that's, yeah.
right. That's the whole point of it.
Okay, no, that's great.
But-
Okay, I'd entertain a motion.
I'd make a motion that we allow for the fee waiver of the Fine Arts Building at the fairgrounds to hold the Conservation Fair on April 2nd.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Ben.
You, once it's here, you want me to?
I'll pick it up.
Hey, Scott, do you want to raise your hand so Ben knows who you are?
Yeah.
You've talked? Okay, all right, good. Thanks.
Okay, item B, ordinance number 643 to adopt a franchise agreement with Sienna Wave for fiber utility. And Scott, or Steve, are you gonna do that one?
Yes, I'll do that. This is a franchise agreement. We can actually combine those two because we adopt the franchise agreement by ordinance, so they're kind of the same thing.
Okay,
And this is a franchise agreement for telecommunication services. I think they are here today, if you want to talk to them at all, what's involved there.
sure, come on up. Yeah, we've talked, so, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you wanna just give us a little bit of highlights and,
Yeah,
Name first.
we've worked with the team at
say
the
your name.
we
attorney.
need your name.
Pardon me?
We need your name.
Oh, sure. Brian Papworth, Centawave. Yeah, we worked with the team at the attorney's office, and we made a couple adjustments to our agreement. We came to a common agreement that we feel we're all comfortable with. And we're excited to be extending our fiber network to the rural portions of Box Elder County. And that's really our goal.
Very good.
Yeah, we're excited about it.
So just to highlight that, the agreement is initial term of 10 years with 2 5-year renewable terms. And what it provides for is, gives them access to the right-of-ways in the county to install the telecommunications system.
Okay, very good. So I would entertain a motion.
So I'll make a motion, we approve ordinance number 643 to adopt a franchise agreement with Centawave, and also, we'll do them both together, Steve, you're saying?
Yeah, because you got to authorize and approve the agreement as well, so
Okay, so we do them one or at a time?
you
or
can do
both?
them at the same time.
And also the Centawave Communications Agreement 26-03.
I'll second it.
We have a motion by Commissioner Bingham and a second by Commissioner Perry. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you very much.
So much, gentlemen.
Okay, number 9, community development. Ordinance number 642, Hancock zoning map amendment, Scott Lyons. And I asked Scott if he could explain some of this to us, so he and I have had some deep conversation about this week.
He's used to it, he's explaining things to me all the time.
Yeah, happy to explain it. So I guess I should say the impetus for this zoning map amendment request was in September of 2025. We received a enforcement complaint about a mobile home on a property in the West Corinne area that they believed was installed or located there incorrectly. So community development staff looked into that, did some research, and did find that it was in violation. The property is currently zoned RR20, which is a rural residential half-acre zone. It is a 5.5-acre property. So once community development staff found the property owner was in violation, what we do is we send out a courtesy notice, essentially letting them know, hey, you're in violation, contact us within 10 days so that we can begin a resolution to the issue. The property owner reached out to us within that 10-day time frame, asked what resolution options there are. We explain those possibilities, being you can subdivide that 5.5 acres into half-acre lots and locate the mobile home on one of those half-acre lots. You can also rezone the property to a different zone that allows for agricultural workforce housing, as that is what both homes on that property are used for. And that's the route the property owner chose. He submitted an application to the Planning Commission to begin that rezone process. The request is from the RR20 zone to the agricultural heritage zone. And that went to the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission forwarded a recommendation of approval to the County Commission, and that is where we are at in the process currently.
And it's not, this is being done throughout our county, correct? That we have these homes on these properties for workers to live in and stuff like that?
That's not an uncommon thing. I'm sure Boyd would be familiar with this to some extent, being an agricultural operator, but we have lots of large agricultural operations in the county, and it's not uncommon for those to provide workforce housing. And that workforce housing, in our code, it's a pretty general definition. It is a place, area, or piece of land where sleeping places or housing sites are provided by an agricultural employer for agricultural employees. So you do have everything from existing homes, which one of the properties on this, or one of the homes on this property is a single family, I believe it's brick or stick built anyway, a permanent dwelling. The other being a mobile home. It's not uncommon for agricultural workforce housing to move in, whether they be trailers or whether they be mobile homes for workforce.
So the options are Ag Heritage Zone, and you have these two homes for employees to live in, or the other option, if you stayed RR 20, is 11 homes.
Yeah, I mean, under the RR20, he could subdivide that property into
Half-acre
11
lots.
half-acre lots.
11 half-acre lots.
And locate, 11 homes on there, so.
And my understanding, it's a mobile home that's been put on this property. Is that correct?
It is, yes.
So when we talk about sewer, we talk about electrical, does our building folks go out and inspect that to make sure it's been done properly, or how does that work?
Correct. So that would be the second piece of enforcement with this, is that the property owner would need to work with our building department to ensure that the mobile home is installed properly and that the utilities are connected properly, et cetera.
Okay.
So I do know one of the concerns brought up during the Planning Commission public hearing was the utilities on this. And the water is a independent water meter, power is an independent power meter. And the septic being used is an older septic that was already in place. The current property owner acquired this property in 2020, so 5-6 years ago, and was told by the previous property owner that there was a mobile home on that property at some prior date. And so when it was located there, the belief is that that it was connected into the septic system from that previous mobile home.
Okay, but there's no sewer out there,
There's
so,
not sewer.
so if there's a problem with the septic, that's the
Health department,
property owner's problem.
property owner and health department would
Yeah.
need to sort that out.
Do they check these, when they put this mobile home on there, do they actually go and check that septic tank to make sure that that everything is good with it, that it's not got leaks or issues, or?
So that would be something the building department, when a building permit is applied for, they require something from the health department.
Scott, if no building permits requested, then it would just go under the radar, so to speak. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
And then this is for agriculture, I mean, to allow somebody, but if we found out that they were renting it out to just anybody, that would be a violation, right?
Correct.
So they can't use it as a secondary income to rent, as a location for somebody to rent that isn't actually working as an agriculture worker.
Yeah, which would be, I mean, that would be difficult to enforce on our part or to monitor or whatever you want to call it. But, usually when you see these things, they are tied to large operations, which is the case with this particular agricultural operator.
Okay.
If there's no further discussion, I would entertain motion.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve ordinance number 642, Hancock zoning map amendment.
I'll second it.
We have a motion by Commissioner Bingham and a second by Commissioner Perry. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay. Adopt ordinance number 644, the Box Elder County Water Master Plan by Scott Lyons.
So this is the full water master plan that we have been working on for the past 2 years. This was actually initiated. A committee came before the county commission in, I think it was August of 2023.
Yeah, that's right.
And that committee directed, the county commission at that meeting directed the committee to proceed with this plan and assigned myself as the project manager on it. So we began working with the Conservancy District, and the Conservancy District was very helpful in funding and assisting in finding additional funding to complete this project. So over the last 2 years, we've done lots and lots of outreach, public meetings, interviews with every single water provider in the county, as well as additional stakeholders that maybe don't provide water but are impacted greatly by groundwater and surface water in the county. We split the county into 7 different regions so that each region would be more custom tailored to the infrastructure in their areas and anything unique about their areas. Additionally, to have the goal so that those, whether they be smaller cities or towns that don't have the funding or resources to create their own plan like this, or whether it be smaller water companies, similarly may not have the resources to complete a plan like this, they would have a plan, a section specific to their region that they would be able to use to guide them moving forward. So additionally, you likely recall in early December, your first meeting in December, we adopted a portion of this plan that was specifically catered to new legislation and was specifically required to be adopted into the county's general plan. So the county's general plan has that portion. This is the overall document, which covers substantially more than just that general plan portion, and would be used as kind of a technical document going forward. It would be used for county guidance. It would be used for the Water Conservancy District will be reviewing and potentially adopting this same plan at their meeting this evening. And any other, like I said, city, town, private water provider within the county could adopt their regional plan as a technical plan for themselves to use as guidance. That was kind of the end goal of such endeavor. So, with that said, that is where we're at with ordinance 644, and happy to answer any questions you may have.
About 340 pages, right?
I mean, if you count the appendix, it's more than that.
I was gonna say, it was a lot. It was like
I-
350 or more, as I was reviewing
Yeah,
it.
it's but the plan's awesome. People, they need to, yeah, I would suggest getting that plan and reading through it. I was very impressed, Scott.
So I do know that Conservancy District is concerned about following it, not just developing it and sticking it on the shelf. They're concerned about following the guidelines.
Yep.
Well, in fact, I think it's critical that we follow the guidelines because as I read through it, there's a lot of places that we're gonna have to work on infrastructure and places like that with the various communities throughout the county to make sure that we continue to have that water and it's available and able to be used by people. So it's a really solid plan. I mean, it's probably one of the best I've seen. In fact, I saw several in the legislature probably weren't nearly as well done as this. So I'm impressed by how well it was put together and what they've done with it.
Yeah.
So with that, I'd make a motion that we adopt ordinance number 644 with the Box Elder County Water Master Plan as presented.
Second?
We have a motion by Commissioner Perry and second by Commissioner Bingham. If there's no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, number 10, Human Resources, Road Department On-Call Policy, Jenica Stender. Hi, Jenica.
Okay, so we have come to determine that it's time to make changes to the on-call policy of the road department. The changes that we are proposing today are not to the on-call pool, because there's on-call pool and then there's snow plow on-call pay. So before you, you have the operational snow removal on-call pay policy that we would propose for approval.
You just want to talk about it? Any discussion?
Yeah. The snow removal on call, so they're not using any of that this winter, that's what you're saying?
So far, that's what we're hoping.
And and just so, and you maybe to clarify, so on call, and I didn't see it in there specifically, but it would be they'd on call when we know that there's snow possibly coming, like like tomorrow, tonight, there's a possibility we might need it. But if the weather forecast clearly indicates no snow, we're not gonna be paying this on-call fee to
Correct.
anybody, right?
Yeah, basically what happens is when the National Weather Service triggers an event, that then triggers our supervisors to let them know it. From this time to this time, based on the weather event, you will be on call.
So very much like, I think what UDOT has got in place is almost similar to that, so.
Okay.
Very similar.
Okay, great.
Okay, entertain a motion.
I would make a motion that we adopt the road department on-call policy as presented by Jenica Standard.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Perry and a second by Commissioner Bingham. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you.
motion passes. Thank you. Okay, number 11, our public comment period. Those wishing to make a public comment shall sign the comment roll and will be responsible for the following rules outlined in the County Commission Rules and Procedures. Speakers will have 1 3-minute opportunity to speak regardless of the number of items they wish to address. Speakers shall address their comments to the County Commission only. This is a time to be heard. There will not be a back and forth dialogue with the commissioners. Speakers may find a copy of their remarks or supporting information, may file copies of their remarks or supporting information with the county clerk. County clerk will make the information available to the county commission. We'll start with Deanna Hardy.
Just wondering, does this work? Is it working?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't hear people very well back then. Okay, Deanna Hardy Brigham. The Box Elder Committee of Liberty gave the Box Elder County Commissioners and the Brigham City Mayor and Council on December 2023 an article entitled Action, Utah Legislature Changing Our Form of Government. Public-private is illegal. It was dated March 6, 2023 by Enoch Moore of Defending Utah. Included with this article was a declaration entitled Nullification of Unconstitutional Districts and Public-Private Partnerships. It states, the recent illegal creation of 15-minute cities or public infrastructure districts or port authorities or development authorities or any other synonymous entity that violates the state constitution must not be honored by elected officials in the state or cities or counties of Utah. The declaration attached cited several constitutional violations. When two young ladies who recently came to the commission meeting representing the Inland Port Authority to present an update on the inland port located in our county, they had no knowledge that our representatives, state and local, were violating the Utah Constitution. They were encouraged to go and read our Constitution. These quasi-government corporations will become their own legal districts with the protection of unaccountable private property, but yielding the power and force of government over people's lives. It is the very definition of fascism, mixing public and private jurisdictions together in the same contradictory entity. You absolutely need to understand what this is all about and why you should have a very big problem with this. No understanding of how we're losing our freedom is complete without understanding this breakdown. Everybody can read this article at defendingutah.org. Our Box Elder County Commissioners are responsible in keeping their oath of office and to protect our county from this overreach of the state. The county and the city should vote to nullify the state's overreach. However, both the county and the city ignored the information provided. Our committee encourages both the county and the city to do what is right and correct their decisions. Also, it's up to the people to point out to our representatives the violations of our Constitution. This is why it's important to read and understand both U.S. Constitution and state Constitution. We need to be the guardians and protectors of our liberty. The sheriff, like any government official or employee, has the authority to enforce the Constitution in his county. The sheriff can stand against districts created in conflict with the law on his watch. If a law is unjust, a man is not only right to disobey it, he is obligated to do so. Thomas Jefferson. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next, Dennis Patterson, please.
Good afternoon, Dennis Patterson. In regards to the rezone, I'm okay with the AHZ part of it. However, AHZ specifically limits the number of dwellings per 5 acres to 1. This has 2. It was created, the ink is barely dry on the AHZ zone. It was created to kind of limit housing. And instead of being 5 acres, the precedence is now set to 2.75 acre homes per 5 acres. 5-1-400 specifically states in county code that was created recently as well this fall. You voted on that, making mobile homes illegal to be anywhere in the county except for in mobile home parks. So a dilapidated mobile home was moved here 21 months ago or so ago and moved into illegally. The utilities were not ran in a legal fashion. As 7 people written and verbally stated in the Planning Commission meeting. I will say that the Planning Commission did one thing. In their staff report, staff said, we recommend with the following considerations that it be in accordance with Chapter 5. Remember 5-1-400 mobile homes are illegal. The motion was accepted and forwarded to you with those considerations. That's the word, considerations. That Chapter 5, well, Article 5 would be adhered to. To be adhered to, the mobile home would be illegal. That's really my concern for the neighbors, that I'm sticking up for our community, and it feels like I'm swimming upstream against the county planning commission and staff. And if there was any doubt to that, staff actually told me and have told somebody else this fall that the owner would receive arbitrary treatment.
Thank you. Okay, appreciate that. Number 12, warrant register. Yeah, I just seen it come in. As soon as that's done, we'll go. Okay, I see our employee of the month is shown up, Carson Reiser. Can you come on up, Carson? I will reiterate what we talked about before. Carson is a good leader. He's a hard worker. We appreciate all that he does at the landfill, and so we felt it was appropriate to award you as the employee of the month, Carson.
And you don't fix things when you get out there and you break things when you're landfill too, so it's really nice if you're out there and you break something. Sorry, guys. I was busy working. That's good. We like our employees when we work. If you want to know about garbage, you gotta ask.
Yeah. Thanks, Carson.
There you go.
Okay, personnel action, volunteer action forms, cell phones, allowance.
We've taken all of that, but I'll go to the next one. Are you ready?
Okay, we need to move into a closed session.
I'd make a motion, we go into closed session for personnel items.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion to go into closed session by Commissioner Perry and second by Commissioner Bingham. All in favor?
Aye.
I just want to share.
Just to have him.
Can he? 'Cause I've got- They didn't tell me the meeting. I didn't even know. I had no idea.
That was something serious.
It might be like half the sign it.
Yeah.
The one you have says approved.
Oh, it doesn't, so that one.
I'll make a copy. The one I sent you.
Yeah, we did. No,
Yeah, it's for a closed session. Thank you. Hey, Steve, can I stay or should I go?
No, you need to stay.
Okay, I'm staying.
And then,
You may not want to be here, so.
I'm just asking. That's true. You're not wrong.
because we like, we want to mess with you.
It's partially, I thought, because we did the award, and I said, so we make sure to call. She goes, oh, yeah. So Lee says, don't see Carson like.
That's all good. That's all good. You appreciate us and your buck.
Thank you, sir.
But don't expect every commission meeting to go quite